It's a beautiful sunny day in Victoria.
And today we're on the Great Ocean Road.
We're Tom and Angel, and we're on a road trip of a lifetime on the Great Ocean Road, just outside of Melbourne, Australia. We're calling it a super Great Ocean Road trip because last time we were hiking the beautiful mountains of Grampians National Park. This episode, we bask in the scenic coast of southern Australia and all of the iconic stops. And later, we visit the most adorable wildlife on Phillip Island. So come along.
Last night we stayed in Port Fairy. We stayed at the YHA, which is part of the Hostel Association in Australia. It was really lovely. We managed to get a private room with a really comfy bed, which is well deserved and appreciated after a day like yesterday. We got a nice and easy start to today, which is here at the Tower Hill Wildlife Reserve. This place is known as a conservation for wildlife, and it's got a lot of trails and hikes. And as we go through them, we should be able to find animals like emus, koalas, kangaroos, wallabies, I think, a bunch of different stuff. And of course, you know us, we're gonna keep our eyes peeled and try to find as many as we can. So yeah, let's get going. I chose the lava boardwalk because it was gonna go into a swampy area, which I always assume will have a little bit more animals, will be a little bit more quiet, and as you can hear, there's a lot of activity going on. However, what I didn't consider was that the water would be all green and swampy, which is not ideal and doesn't make for a very peaceful walk. Thankfully, this boardwalk does cut on and off, so we got some land time. What are those? Oh, cute! They're like dinosaurs.
I didn't actually expect to find one because it's just a fluff ball in a tree, but we found a koala. Actually, we found two. There's a mom and a baby.
They're so cute! The eucalyptus tree is a little bit bare in the stumpy center parts, so that's kind of, in my opinion, the most like structurally sound part that a fluffy chubby koala would probably hang out in. So it's not that hard to find. It's kind of like seeing like a bird's nest in a tree. I just thought though, because this one is like right above the trail, I was thinking maybe they would be way further into the forest where it's further away from the people and the noise. But no, they're right on the trail. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they're just napping. They're having a little siesta. Cute.
A big fluff.
Have you ever just turned the corner and there's an emu right there?
Surprise emu. How does one of the world's largest birds sneak up on you? That dinosaur is too big. That brings our sightings today to 3 emus, 3 koalas, and 1 snake.
And a lot of lizards.
A lot of lizards.
A lot of butterflies. Oh gosh. That was my own hair.
Australia gets in your head a little bit.
The one snake that we saw was a lowland copperhead snake, which are native to Victoria. And had I read the sign at the beginning of the boardwalk, I would have known that they are very common. And that might have deterred my decision to go there. But I'm so glad we went. Great trail.
Great trail.
And after that pleasant stop inland, we were ready for the main event. I was not expecting to see these kinds of cliffs so early today. I know that everyone talks about the 12 Apostles as the number one place to see these kinds of like cliff cove shapes, but they seem to be everywhere along this coast, even here. I wasn't expecting to see this so soon, and they're already so amazing.
I'm feeling all of these spider webs on my arm, and I swear to you, it is not my hair. I brushed my hair this morning, and so I'm constantly feeling things on my arm, and I'm pretty sure they're spider webs. So I don't know how I feel about that, but like, I don't know. My arm.
The Great Ocean Road is a 240-kilometer stretch of Australian National Heritage Road that spans along the towns of Allenford and Torquay, just outside of Melbourne. Built by returned soldiers by 1932 and dedicated to their fellow soldiers who didn't make it home after World War I, the Great Ocean Road is the world's largest war memorial. Today, it's mostly known for the gorgeous landmarks, beaches, and limestone stack formations along the varying terrain of the beautiful southern coast. There are dozens of stops to choose from, and it's easy to get fatigued, so we took our time enjoying some places for longer while doing just a quick stop at others.
We can't take a look at these little groves and caves without actually going down into them. So we're at Worm Bay. It's super hot and sunny today, so hopefully we can dip our toes in and cool down a little bit. It's like so rough. Whoa! I mean, look at those waves. I don't know if we can catch this, but it is freaking cold out here.
This is a beautiful beach. It's mostly protected from the ocean just because of the angle it's at. Although some of the waves do get pretty far up this beach here. But the rock walls around it, I guess the rock walls that have been carved out, are the most Australian colored, like orange and red, and this is really cool.
Does that not look like what the inside of a washing machine looks like? Or like a dishwasher? Just turbulent waters? Like cleaning something? That is wild.
And don't forget to pack some lunch and snacks because food options are pretty limited. We made sure to grab some Tim Tams and tasty cheese at Woolies beforehand. Highly recommend. But not together. That's not what I'm saying.
It is wild just how many people are here. All these parking lots are full and there are full cars. We just did the shipwreck route, which is a lookout to where the ship actually hit the rocks and where the shipwreck happened.
It's morbid.
There's a gorge inside, and I assume that that's where the people washed up. As you can see, it is very, very busy. There's a single staircase that goes down. There's kind of a lot of people in there for our comfort and liking, and to walk up and down those stairs, not our thing right now. So we're just looking at the view, appreciating it, and letting you see that you can totally go down there if you'd like. But we're gonna keep going. The Loch Ard ship only had 2 survivors whose names were Tom and Eva, which we think is kind of funny because your name's Tom and my real name starts with Eva, so
we were the survivors.
Well, what happened was Tom worked on the ship and he got stranded onto this gorge, and then he heard Eva floating in the water, and then he spent an hour trying to get her and save her. Mind you, they're both 18 years old. So he saved, what?
Were they?
Yeah, they were so young.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is why the next part of the story, which is that after they were saved and he got help, all that stuff, they became very famous for having survived. But because it was this like a Tom and Eva 2 people, everyone kept trying to like ship them. Oh wow, that was a bad pun. Everyone tried to make it out to be this like love story, to take it from this like sad situation to be something happy. But no, Eva's whole family died, and Tom was working there, and everyone he knew and his boss all died, and they just wanted to be alone. Yep. So Eva went home to Ireland
because all of her immediate family was on that boat with her.
So that's the story of Tom and Eva.
Sad. Nice beach we got out of it though, I guess.
A nice classic shipwreck story. Right?
You know, just one of your run-of-the-mill shipwreck stories.
And last but not least, the pièce de résistance. We're gonna see the 12 apostles. You can apparently do a quote-unquote pilgrimage, which is seeing it at dusk and dawn. Because it's summer, dawn was like 5:45, so we were not doing that. But we are here at sunset. What a magical time. It's so special to be with you, Tommy, and 1,200 other people in this special moment.
The most special moments are surrounded by complete strangers.
What I am appreciating though is that there are no stairs to get down to the beach of the 12 apostles, so the only footsteps there are that of seagulls and little critters that live down there. So it's really pristine, and you don't have to Photoshop anybody out of your photos.
It's beautiful.
I totally get the hype. Golden hour, exquisite. And just like that, the moment the sun hits the horizon and goes away, like 3/4 of the people leave. Show's over, wrap it up.
Incredible though.
Yeah. Good morning. Beautiful day in Otway National Park. We're starting our day with a nice rainforest walk. This is called Maits Rest, named after Maitland, the first national forest inspector in the area, and this is where he would take his horse to rest between Apollo Bay and the other side of the forest.
Needless to say, they weren't very creative with the name.
Oh my gosh, these are so big. Whoa! Cape Otway, where the Otway National Park is in the southern tip. And as you can see, and as you can probably guess, it is a rainforest.
The gist of the holiday.
Look at all these ferns! Oh my gosh, they're so big. This is the most luscious and green and vibrant and least cut back rainforest park I've ever been into. I mean, like, look, we are dodging ferns as we speak. I'm really surprised and impressed right now because not only are there like giant, I think they're redwoods because I did see a sign for redwoods earlier. There's also big she oaks here, and even among them are the giant eucalyptus trees, which are where the koalas like to hang out. So in Australia, they just have all of the trees. Isn't that amazing? It's weird to think that like koalas would live in a rainforest, right? Because you don't really think about koalas being rainforest animals, but that's the climate in Otways, and there are supposed to be a bunch of them out here. As certified nature nerds, we love the constant in and out of different terrains on this day of the drive especially. I mean, come on. Welcome to Cape Otway Lightstation, home of Australia's most significant lighthouse. We're looking at you. Oh wait, is that it? We're looking at you. Lighthouse over there that's been in operation since 1848. This lighthouse is very significant because it's quite high up. It's 90 meters above this cliff. It's exactly where the Bass Strait and the Indian Ocean meet, which is here at Cape Otway. It can be seen from 48 kilometers away, and it is very significant because it is one of the first things that immigrants coming in from Asia, England, Canada, all around the world come in and they see it first. And it's almost like a welcome to Australia. It's Cape Otway over here. So it was a good sign that the journey was almost over. This whole area is called Shipwreck Coast, by the way. The waves out here are very treacherous, and along the Great Ocean Road you can see the remnants of a lot of shipwrecks, which is why it seems like it's a very remote location, but it's actually a key location where boats are able to see it and be safe along this coast. The Lightstation is part of the national park, but it is a different kind of like protected area. You have to pay for admission here. There's a signal telegraph station here, there's an old schoolhouse, there's a lighthouse, there's a cafe, so there's a bunch of different things to see, and it's a nice way to spend the day by the ocean. We started off today pretty foggy, there's a fog by the water, and also we spent it in the rainforest, but now the sun has cleared up all of the fog and we can enjoy the wind and the views of the ocean. So let's go explore. Admission for a single adult is around $20 Australian, and if you know us, you will know that we sleep in our car to save on expenses. So if price is a deterrent to you, I'll tell you our logic, well at least mine, and I convinced Tom, there's no better way to get near the ocean and have a high up view than here. The admission comes with a few things, like you actually do get to climb up into the lighthouse, and there are some tours that go on during the day that you could take as well. And the lighthouse is a significant part of the Otway, so it made sense to go in and check it out, especially if you've already done the Great Ocean Road and like the other beaches and stuff. It's just a little different. But as you're watching us today, you can make that judgment for yourself. Pure wind! Oh, you're stuck, you're stuck! This is gonna be awful audio. It's so windy here, oh my gosh! But the view is incredible!
That was really cool. I was very impressed. It's a really nice view from up there, but also the staircase is a little sketchy, gets pretty steep towards the end, but I've never been up a working lighthouse before. That was really cool. There's a person up there who works here and actually operates it. I think one of the coolest things he showed us is that the light frame, the glass lens that actually magnifies the light, weighs 4.5 tons, and it's sitting on liquid mercury, and he can just physically move it with his finger. Just, it's light as anything, despite being 4.5 tons.
I was trying to be cheeky and I made a joke about whale oil because the original lamp of this lighthouse was fueled by whale oil up until this light replaced it. And he was saying that back in those days, it smelled awful. It smelled like bad seafood just all the time. Probably wouldn't get any sort of appetite while working up there. Anyway, I look ridiculous. Let's go get a snack. We also made sure to take off our hats before we got up there because we did not want to lose them. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad we did, because immediately as you step out, it's just like on your face.
Oh yeah? What is it like immediately?
A gust of wind. Just a few steps away from the lighthouse, they've converted the lighthouse assistant's house to be a cafe. So it's now called the Lightkeepers Cafe, and they are famously known for their fresh baked scones with clotted cream and jam. So we got some tea and coffee, and we're gonna enjoy that.
This is the biggest scone I've ever seen.
So you're gonna get the extra big one. I just have the large. You get the extra large. Look how cute this is. Oh. Okay, it's cute, but it's not the most functional. But we're not here for this pottery. We're here for the scones. Oh my, do I have flour on my nose? Okay. It's so soft. Wow. Jam first. So that we have some structure at the bottom. And then cream. So fresh. The scone is nice and like a little bit warm, and the cream is fresh and cool, and the raspberry is not too sweet. It's delicious. I like that you went top crust first and I went bottom half first. There's so many questions here.
Best part of a muffin, best part of a scone.
So curious now, how do you eat it? Top part, bottom part, jam first, cream first, just jam, just cream. So many options. Let us know. How do you even say it? Scone, scone.
Biscuit.
It's another thing. You just dipped it in the jam. I feel like that's blasphemy. Don't let the British people see.
It's a good thing we're in Australia.
I also want to mention that one of the best washrooms that we've used so far in the Otways is here at the lighthouse, and it's right outside the entrance and it's free. If you've never gone to the washroom outside before, it's a totally different experience. You feel the breeze as you're sitting there doing your thing, but it still has all the things that you'd expect in a regular toilet with like toilet paper, flushing stuff, place to wash your hands, but you just feel very one with nature when you're doing it. There are portable washrooms on the grounds, but I didn't want to use that. I waited to go outside to use this washroom again.
You're so weird.
Continuing down the Great Ocean Road, or I guess up it now, we've made it to Apollo Bay. Apollo Bay is an adorable and scenic beach town. Seriously, it's got the waves, it's got the beach, it has nice parks, a single like esplanade to drive down that has all of the attractions and all the restaurants all on one side. It looks like a proper beach town.
We're taking a break in Apollo Bay and decided to check out the Great Ocean Road Brewhouse. It is the southernmost Australian continental brewery. You know it's real when they add 16 conditions before their title, but I decided to go with the Otway Ale, and Angel got a local cider. No, you didn't.
I got the Otway ginger beer. Let's try it.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Cheers.
That's delicious.
Bundaberg is way bitier than this. Like, this isn't spicy at all. I've had Caribbean ginger beer, which is not alcoholic, and I've had Bundaberg, which I said was more like ginger ale. So this is, I guess this makes sense. It's ginger beer.
All right, ginger beer people. Start making some spicy ginger beer.
Am I the only person that likes spicy ginger things?
I am a spicy ginger, and I approve this message.
I knew you were going to say that. And for a bite to eat, we're here at Apollo Bay Bakery. They're known for their scallop pies, but I'm not really feeling scallop pie today. So I went ahead and I got a steak and curry pie. You got the
chicken parm pie.
And we're gonna enjoy some pies. It's a square pie. It's a log pie.
Looks like a chicken parm with ham.
From Torquay, which is a little bit further north of here, all the way to Portland, which is all the way past Cape Otway, this is called the Surf Coast, and the name says it all. This is like the premier spot in Australia to surf. The more eastern facing the coast is, the more the waves get more advanced. But over here in Apollo Bay, because we have this little harbor area, it is actually quite safe. So you can see a lot of people over there with their little like boogie boards. And whether you're a beginner or more advanced, there's a place along this coast for you to find the perfect wave. We're looking out on the ocean right now, and honestly, they come in waves. They're just like perfect curls. And it's so picturesque, and the weather is so perfect. Yeah, super cool surf town.
I gotta say that the Great Ocean Road is possibly the most beautiful drive that I've ever done. It's frankly hard to describe just how gorgeous it is. It is so pretty that Angel decided to switch sides so that she could get some of the views because I was getting them all out my side. It's full of wonderful viewpoints and these gorgeous, perfect sandy beaches and incredible rock formations that the waves are crashing up against.
Each one is so beautiful, so unique, and there are countless stops to view the lookout, to go onto the beach, to go onto the rocks. It's really hard to choose between all of these incredible stops.
Like this one. This is Lorne Pier. We're in the city of Lorne. They have a good amount of rocky edges, so probably not ideal for surfing. So they have this long pier that goes out into the deep waters. Lorne is known for their fishing. They have a famous fish market, and you can tell that a lot of people here just like to go fishing. But you were all the way over there.
It started with one bird eyeing 2 pieces of bread, and then 2 birds went in, and now there's a dozen.
Our last stop today along the Great Ocean Road is the stop closest to Melbourne. This is Torquay. Like we said before, this area is known as the Surf Coast. Torquay is the surf capital. It is home to some of the greatest surfing in Australia. It is the home of Australian surfing. It also hosts annually the Rip Curl Pro, which is Australia's longest running professional surfing competition. And it's home to 40 kilometers of absolutely pristine surfing beach, which is lovingly known as the Golden Mile. And fun fact, brands you may have heard of, Quicksilver and Rip Curl, both started right here. The sun's not out anymore, but you can see behind me some of the more dedicated surfers who are still braving the cold Southern Ocean waters. These beaches are incredible. I could easily see how people could get into this. It's beautiful out here.
Welcome to Point Danger. I'm not even joking. This is the beginning of the Surf Coast. Do you like pina coladas?
That's it for this part of our super Great Ocean Road trip. But remember, it's super because not only are we doing the Great Ocean Road, tomorrow we're doing Phillip Island. So if you want to see that video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you there. Bye. Again, I made a joke about, oh gosh, this wind.
Beware of snakes, that's okay.
I love that. I love that for us.